I do hope that girls will want to play rugby more, because we play games against teams who don't have many girls, and I just really want girls to play rugby for my club because it's amazing here.
Welcome back to the road to Allianz Stadium, Find Rugby, where we dive into the heart of local clubs hosting the Red Roses during the Women's Rugby World Cup. Today we've travelled down to Brighton, home to a club celebrating 35 years of women's rugby and nearly 10 years of girls rugby, Hove RFC. And this is what rugby's all about: having fun, making friends and inspiring everyone to find rugby.
What I would say to young girls and boys starting at community clubs is just go out and enjoy it. Throw the ball around with your friends, learn some new skills and get muddy, but also enjoy it. Having the World Cup here in England is so inspirational for everyone, I think, just to get active, and hopefully that is through picking up a rugby ball. You can see games within 2 hours of where you live, and I just think it's really important to showcase what women's rugby is about and how far we've grown.
So today's a really special occasion for us because we are celebrating 35 years of women's rugby at Hove, and we have our Hove old girls playing against our current players, and our current girls players are doing a warm-up routine behind them here.
And you've been heavily involved, haven't you, with the setup of the girls' side almost 10 years ago now?
Yes, I was one of the original coaches of the girls section along with 2 other people who set it up. We saw an opportunity and we decided that we wanted girls rugby to be here at Hove. Thankfully the club supported us. We have just grown from 5 players now to about 100 girls playing rugby at Hove.
This club is just like a second family to me. I started playing in the under-12s and I was really nervous when I started. It is such a welcoming environment. I thought everyone was going to be so serious and we're going to win the league, we're going to do this, we're going to be amazing. But obviously those are main points for us. But it's more about having fun, and I really enjoyed it. It was such an easy way to get involved and to immerse through rugby, and I just love it.
What is so special about this club in particular?
I think it's the love and care that goes into women and girls. There are allies and there are people here that are really fighting to further female sport, and that's so important. We've had male and female coaches here that have really driven the success and really pushed us on. They make sure that there is participation options, competitive options for girls from age 5 all the way up to our touch vets.
Rugby gives you a lot more than just playing sport. There's a lot of other skills that can be transferable outside of the game as well, which will give the girls great growth in their lives as well. My daughter's been playing since she's 5, she's now 11, and you see the growth year on year, the building the friendships, the relationships that they build. They've got friendships for life. That's what you get out of rugby, is those friendships. They're a different group of friends from the school friends, so they can just be themselves, and it's great.
When you're playing rugby, when you're playing in a game, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel really happy and for some reason relaxed, because it's the sport I've grown up playing, it's my sport, and I love everyone I play with.
How much of a community and a family is this club for you?
It's a big family, I love it here. I love all my friends, even outside of the pitch we hang out, everyone's really close here.
What would you say to someone that maybe is going to the Red Roses or has watched them on telly, that is thinking about maybe giving rugby a go but is potentially a bit scared or a bit nervous?
Yeah, it's okay to be nervous. I get it is quite a contact sport, but you get knocked down, you get picked up by your teammates, it's really fun and it's an amazing team here. It would be fine, you've got friends all around you.
Lexi, can you teach me how to pass a rugby ball properly?
First you want to be behind the person who's passing it, okay, but also a little bit diagonal, because we're not allowed to pass in front of someone, right. You have to pass behind. You're going to have your hands out like that, and I'm going to pass it directly to your hands. And you start from your hip, and then you go like that. Okay. So hip to your hip. Yes.
And do you follow your hand?
You follow the hand through. Stay. Yes.
35 years, that's an incredible amount of time, isn't it? Tell me a bit about how this kind of all came about, a bit of the history of the club.
So Hove women have always been very strong in the county. It started off being one of the few options locally to play rugby, and I think the environment, the inclusivity here has meant that it's always remained strong. There's always been a team at the very core of it, of really great friends who all play rugby together, and we've just lucked out they've all played rugby well.
You were part of that founding group, weren't you, that very first started here?
It wasn't very popular with the men's team, although some of the men's team's wives were in the first group that started playing. Most of the time we didn't have a full side when we played. None of us had played rugby before, so learning as you go along.
And tell me again about how that compares to when you came more recently to the club and saw the amount of women and girls playing.
My husband was refereeing at Hove on a Sunday, and he was refereeing a girls' team. And we get here and all of the pitches are full of all these different girls' age groups playing rugby. It very impressive. It felt me proud. It made me feel proud to have been, in some small way, the start of something just really good.
Growth's been great. Take this year for example, we've had doubled our numbers this year, really. In sort of the under 14s especially, we've had over 40 girls in one age group. It's been great. The same with the under 12s. We went from starting with about 12 girls at the beginning of the season, and we had about 18 to 19 by the end of the season. So we're getting up to the close 20s for that age group as well. And the same in the minis. We've seen it in the younger age groups from 5 years upwards. We're getting lots of girls coming through because there's so much more exposure to the game, and it's really helped grow it here in Hove.
This weekend the Red Roses are in town. They're going to be playing. What do you think a kind of impact that having, the World Cup here in Brighton is going to make on this club?
Well, hopefully the Red Roses do really well, and I think it's going to have a huge impact on the club. I think once all girls see across the world how amazing girls rugby is, hopefully loads more girls will join the sport and have fun, and it's such an amazing environment, and hopefully loads more girls will come and join us.
It just being around the corner at Hove Stadium, I think that is going to bring the girls to this pitch, and they get to do their first session. You see something that inspirational so locally, and you realise that there's a pathway for you as a girl into women's to do something professional, slick. So if you're super competitive, you're going to turn up. And if you just want to participate, there's a place for you here too. Hove Rugby Club is really inclusive of all kinds of players. Whatever your drive is to get down here, we'll support you. The Red Roses team, 40 really, are all these very different, very inspirational women, and I really do think now is the chance for girls to pick up a rugby ball. So how can you watch a game like that at your doorstep and not want to come down and try it?
This is a club that's welcomed women and girls to the game of rugby for decades. From those who started it 35 years ago to the girls coming through the doors today, they've built a community that's growing year on year for anyone, any age, to find rugby. Join us next week as we head west to Bristol.